Hey everybody, my name's Leonard the Sea Turtle. The C stands for cool dudes, cause that's who I'm hanging out with right now. I'm here with the guys from the Drive TV, Chris, Kyle, and two other guys. We're headed to San Luis Misuri to hang out with our friend Brett. And we're gonna see what St. Louis is all about. Right now I'm losing my voice. But I gotta get going. I can't.
Being here in St. Louis and being at the arch reminds me of how Noah built that arch in the Bible.
Kyle, that was an ark. Dang it. Anyway, we've made it to our last location. And apparently we know people here. They just hung. But this is our last spot on this road trip. We're gonna do a lot of cool stuff while we're here. Kyle, what are some of the things we'll be doing?
We're meeting up with a guy named Brett, and we're staying at his house, and he's gonna take us around. And we're also gonna visit the sights and sounds.
Cool.
Downtown St. Louis.
And one of those sights of St. Louis is that big arch. And I think we're gonna be able to go inside of it.
Not to be confused with an ark.
I'll listen for you on the screen.
Like, what if you were like, what if this was up and that was down?
For some reason, looking at the arch this way makes you want to barf everywhere.
Brett.
Hey man,
How you doing?
pretty good. Yeah.
Remember us?
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Good to
guys.
see you again.
Yeah,
Thanks for having
This
us.
is the arch, eh?
yeah. This is it.
Sweet. And we can go inside of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All
You
right.
can go all the way up it.
Do we gotta go down there or something?
Yeah, you just go.
All right.
Just go up.
Cool. Well, thanks for
Oh,
having
man.
us.
All right.
I don't even know you, but I love you, man.
Good. I know. Right? It's good to see you guys.
You know why not?
All right. Brother's got a
Brother's
hug.
got a hug. All right, let's go in this thing.
Let's do it.
But I feel
We're headed to our capsule.
Yes. I'm going up, guys. I'm going up. Shh, that'd be crazy if it was
Okay,
tight.
we need you all to stand behind the hand railing. Unless you take pictures, don't stand right there.
Especially from us.
They always yell at me. To the future.
To get to the top of the arch, they put like 4 to 5 people into a little egg-shaped contraption, and I just didn't feel safe. It was rocking back and forth. It smelled funny in there. This doesn't feel safe to me. I don't feel secure going up an arch in a capsule that's like 3 by 3.
There's no gravity in the capsule.
Huh? I'm freaking out, man.
I'll hold you down, Kyle.
Oh! Man! Man! Oh, we're upside down right now in the capsule.
Is the gravity chamber turned on now?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're gravitized again. We just made it to the top of the Gateway Arch.
It's really cool how you can see the entire view. The entire city of St. Louis just out this one window.
What you eating, buddy?
Pretty much there to help them out, whatever.
Really cool. I got brain freeze. Oh.
So you could like, so we could figure out what to do.
It's very hot. And this. Man, hear that popping? Probably not. They have Pop Rocks in it.
I don't know why I find you humorous, but I do. I got a pretty mondo brain freeze.
Tropical moose. It's worth it.
I got tiger's blood.
Did you really?
Did you really? How is it?
It's bloody.
You're so gross.
Bloody delight.
For real, how is it?
Good.
What's it? Yeah.
Our house.
We're going to Denver right now.
Doesn't that look like tiger's blood though, really? It might be.
But Hunter and I live in Denver. We just got married 3 weeks ago.
Congratulations. I don't know. Just the name Tiger's Blood kind of weirded me out when I tried it.
We've been spending time
I had
at
it
our
before
house.
though.
Really?
We haven't even moved
When I was out hunting one time. It's good.
Normally I can talk Aaron into just about anything. And in St. Louis, I talked Aaron into eating his slushie as fast as he possibly could. You know what, Aaron feels the need to get the biggest brain freeze known to man. So he's gonna eat his slushie as fast as he possibly can. That rhymed. I didn't mean for it to rhyme, but are you ready?
You should write children's novels.
I should. Are you ready to get a brain freeze of epic proportions?
Yep.
All right.
Here it goes.
1, 2, 3. You go, Aaron. You go. Faster, dude. You get another. Big one. Big one. Big one. Big one. Go.
Keep going, buddy.
Bigger bite.
Will it kill me?
Don't chew, just swallow.
He won't kill. Bigger scoop. A bigger scoop. Bigger scoop.
Keep going.
Wait. Go for it.
Ow.
You're gonna
Oh,
die.
it hurt all the way down.
You're gonna die, dude. Bigger one. Take another. Go.
Go for it, go.
Go.
Got it.
Oh! I think
Go. One more. Here it is. Aaron.
One more.
Oh!
Don't you spit that out.
That really hurt. That hurts bad.
One thing's for sure. One thing's for sure, no matter how hot it is, don't eat slushies that quickly. All right? Don't try that at home.
Or in St. Louis.
I just think the whole brain freeze thing was a bad idea. Like it was. Really?
Throughout this whole trip, I know that we all were changed, but to see the change that happened in Steve's life was amazing. And to hear Steve share his story was absolutely incredible.
Hi, my name is Steve, and this is a story about how my life will never be the same. I run a camera for the show The Drive TV that you're probably watching. It's been a great last 6 weeks. I feel like my life's completely been flipped upside down, but in the best way possible. Ever since I was a kid, I was raised in a Christian home. I had a great Christian family who was supportive and brought me up the way they were supposed to be. I found myself at church, 2 times a week. And when I was a kid, I really lived the lifestyle that a Christian would normally live. As I grew up, I kind of found myself almost to the point of hating the Christian culture. I don't know where it began or what really caused it. Found myself resenting church more and altogether stopped going. And I really had no reason to stay out of trouble, love people, love myself, or really anything of that sort. Near the end of high school and early in college, started playing music, started touring a little bit, and really kept it together for the most part. I wasn't chasing any sort of dreams, any sort of goal. It's just kind of aimless, I guess. Found myself starting to drink and just really get into the party lifestyle. It came to the point where it really inhibited me from doing the things I wanted to. And some nights I'd find myself by myself, alone, and really not in my natural state of mind. And I would tell God, all right, this is it. This is my last time. I've learned my lesson. but I found that I kept going back. Even up to a couple weeks before we left for this show, I didn't even know I was gonna be going on this show. I was on tour at the time. Wasn't getting into a lot of trouble, but I was still drinking some, doing some things I definitely shouldn't have. Got the call to do it, and I decided to wake up, to really become the person that my parents raised me to be, become the person I knew I needed to be. Being on the road with 3 other guys who are really strong believers at first it almost forced me not to be in the party lifestyle. Kind of took me out of that mold that I kind of kept myself in, but now that I'm clear-headed and out of it enough, I'm able to realize what I was missing out on. I was missing out on love, true love. I was missing out on true peace that I never had before. I was missing out on all sorts of things that I'd never been able to experience. We got to the call in Nashville, and I always hear people say you could feel the presence of God there, the atmosphere was different, and so on and so forth, but I'd never really felt that. But once we walked in the call, it felt different, and I even found it was hard to hold on to the camera just because I felt so convicted, but at the same time I felt so much love. As the trips went on, we've had some times where we've ran into problems. Nothing serious, God's always been there for us. We ran into some problems, we had some worries, but God's always come through and just really helped us out so much that I couldn't deny He was there. I've learned to stay away from the party scene, which I don't even really have a longing for anymore. I feel so much more comfortable being sober, and it's just a way for me to live. But even more important than that, I think, is I've learned to love God. And when I'm loving God, I'm also loving people. I find myself thanking God even when things go wrong, thanking Him for the things that have went right. I found myself loving people and not holding up a barrier to protect myself. Just love people for who they are and let them love you back. Let people show you respect and don't try to fight them off. And then awesome 40 days, a life-changing 40 days. I'll never be the same again, but I am excited to get home, see my family, give my mom a big hug, give my dad a big hug, and take my sister out to coffee and just have a chance to talk with them and see what they've been up to the last 40 days, hang out a little bit. So definitely excited to get home, see them, see some friends, and hopefully share with them all the awesome things that have happened.
I honestly had no idea how this trip was going to turn out, you know, what we were going to do, what we were going to see, but I was able to experience a lot of awesome things with awesome guys, and it's kind of sad to go home, but I'm kind of excited too because I get to share with everybody what happened, and I get to hang out with Chris and Steve and Kyle and keep the memories going.
Kyle, I can't believe we're almost home.
Are we?
Yeah, man, we're like 3 hours out, man.
No way.
I know, it's hard to believe that it was almost 6 weeks ago that we left, from home, and we've been on the road the entire time. It's so hard just to kind of fathom how far we've gone.
Yeah, in some ways it feels like we just left yesterday. In other ways it feels like we've been gone for like 5 years.
I know, man. We just passed the 8,000 mile mark, dude.
No way.
Yeah.
Awesome.
For the trip.
It really has been like 2 years just packed into like 6 weeks, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do when I get home. I think I just need to like sit in a room, get a pen, get a piece of paper, and just write all my thoughts because there's just so many I don't even know what to do with them. I feel like I've grown up a lot. I feel like I've matured so much since the beginning of this trip.
It seems like God's just changed me and shaped me through this trip, just with how I think about love, how I think about truth, how I want to start loving people, and how I want to start loving God.
One of the most awakening parts for me was to be on Bourbon Street and to be in Vegas and just to see the way that sexuality has been distorted. But to actually be there on the streets and to see the girls and the way they were dressed, it just broke my heart. I wanted to go up and give them a hug and just let them know that, they don't have to seek the earthly love just to make a little bit of money. And like, there's like a Father that loves them so much that created them, and that they're beautiful. Like, no matter what people say about them. They're beautiful because of who they are, not because of the way they dress or what they sell their bodies for.
I still can't believe the feelings I had when I looked up when we were in Mexico and I saw just the tears welling up in Steve's eyes. And I never thought that would happen, especially in 3 days.
Even now, I still can't believe how close we got to the people in Mexico and how my heart was really changed there.
And I feel like we've all been so changed on this trip, in different ways, definitely. But this is a trip of a lifetime. I mean, I don't think any of us are coming back the same person that we were when we left.
I feel like I was able to have a lifetime of experiences just on this short 40-day trip. And it was awesome to be able to spend that with Steve, Chris, and Kyle, and build friendships with the guys that I know will last a lifetime. It's kind of sad to go home, but I know that those friendships will continue when we get back, and I'm pretty excited to share with everybody else back home what we did on the trip.
We saw so many people and experienced so many emotions and feelings. We felt pain, we felt laughter and joy. We felt peace at times. Other times we felt just struggle. Just inside, just my inner being was just struggling. It was just like a battle of what was good, what was not good. But one of the best parts is not only that we got to see some of the negative things and see how many just hurting people there are, but we also got to see a lot of just great people that were loving with all they had. We got to be at the call to see people just crying out to God. We got to be in different communities like in Boulder. We got to be at IHOP and just see young people just giving their hearts to God, giving their hearts to people. And I think, like you always say on this trip, if we just love God and we love people, it seems like everything else falls into place. So now that you're back home, I mean, we're almost home. We're not back home yet, but what are you feeling, man? Like, what are you gonna do? We're gonna be home in like 3 hours. This whole trip's almost over.
I know, and that's so hard. What I really want to do is try and apply the things that I've learned on this trip to my life back home. And sometimes that's so hard. And I experienced that at times when I go on mission trips to Mexico. You're just around some amazing people, and when you're in that environment and you're in the moment and God's doing things, it's so easy to honor God with your actions and be kind and be patient and all those other things. But when you're back home, you're comfortable, and it's hard to honor God with your actions. But the best thing is to apply those things to your life, when you're back home, and try and love your family the way you would love a stranger. This whole trip has been so much fun. We've had cool experiences, we've met amazing people. It's really bittersweet that it's almost over, but I'm really excited to be home.
Before we left for the trip, Brian said a prayer over us that we'd have divine encounters, meet people, have a great time, be safe. And it's amazing to see how all those things came to pass and how God really looked out for us.
Father, I ask your blessing upon these young men. I thank you for this fine adventure they're about to embark upon. Lord, I speak the peace of God that passes all understanding over each one, over Stephen and Chris, Kyle and Aaron. Lord, guide their way. I pray for divine encounters of all sorts. I pray that you protect them, keep them safe, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
Who would have thought we would have had this much fun on a trip, that we would have been able to share these type of experiences? These guys have become my best friends. This was the trip of a lifetime. We made it, baby.
Woo!
We're here.
We're here, finally.
We're in our driveway. It's been a long day, but we are so happy to be back, see the family.
Yes. We're stoked.
Aaron, get in. We gotta go. We gotta go. Oh, yeah.
Hey, there's Chris.
You made it! You did it! You're here! Hugs, bring it in. Hugs. Hugs. You got taller. You got taller. Alright. You're so good at that. Alright, bring it in. Hi, Steve. More hugs. Aaron, more hugs. Hi, buddy. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Half hour.
I know.
Isn't it? It seems like the worst. It
Yeah.
was forever, the last half hour. Hey,
So,
welcome
yeah.
home. Good. Good.
Oh, come here, chick.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Scratching. It's so good to be home. We've been back home for a while now, and life has changed a lot for all of us. We all still stay in touch, and it's cool how even though we aren't traveling together, God is still working in our lives. During the road trip, Aaron was the show's director, but now that we are back, he has been hard at work as an editor. Aaron has been blessed with so much talent, and it's great to have him on the team. I know Aaron was really stretched on the road trip. His eyes were open to so many things. Now that he is back home, it is awesome to see the change that has taken place. Friendship has always been something that Steve cared about. Since we've been back, Steve has spent a lot of time with his friends, playing music and hanging out. I know that his friends were greatly impacted by the change they saw in Steve. He is such a different person in the best way possible. Even though our trip ended, Steve's travels just began. Soon after we returned, he spent a month in Africa, teaching and working with children. Although a lot of things in Steve's life has changed, one thing hasn't. Steve still loves milkshakes. My life has slowed down a lot since we've been back. I learned so much while I was on the road about loving people unconditionally, and I really wanted to share that love with those back home. After coming back, I spent a lot of time with my family. My sister and my brothers have become some of my best friends. Although I've loved spending time at home, I'll never forget my time on the road. It really was the trip of a lifetime. I could not have asked for a better guy to go on the road trip with me. Kyle is my best friend and a great person. He has always been there for me.
play me something soft and sweet. Yeah. Your words haunt me in my dreams. Yeah. But I can't seem to
For Kyle, this is his last road trip with us. Shortly after we returned, he and his girlfriend Linnea got engaged, and then soon after that, they were married.
We're gonna be getting married in about 30 minutes, and I'm so excited. I've been waiting my whole life for this day. I've been praying for you. My family's prayed for you for so many years, not knowing who you were, but now we know you, and I've just fallen deeply in love with you. And I can't wait to recite my vows to you today, to wash your feet, to plant trees together, and I just can't wait to run off with you on our honeymoon and just spend some awesome time together. We're gonna be getting married in about 30 minutes, and I'm so excited. I've been waiting my whole life for this day. I've been praying for you. My family's prayed for you.
Even though I will miss Kyle, I couldn't be happier for him. I know God has great things in store for Kyle and Linnea.
As I was before, and have I told you I'll think of you when I see you standing in the crowd? And have I told you I'll wait for you, even though I know it's over now? And I've spent many days and many sleepless nights staring at your pictures on my wall. But have I told you I'll think of you when I see you standing in the crowd? And have I told you I'll wait for you, even though I know it's over now? It's over now.